So basically, I'm going to refresh and start off so we have a base starting point of the coordinates that we are going to be going through. So right now I am in the joint mode, and so the first movement I will be doing will be the J1, and basically that is the base rotation, moving it left and right, negative and positive. So that's the first one. The next one is going to be, and that's your rotational traverse again. Your radial traverse is then going to be the extension of your arm, which is the Y. So in and out, extending of the arm, basically. All right. Next is the vertical traverse, which is up and down, which is the Z. So up and down, negative, positive. All right, and the next one is going to be your side to side, your yaw, the movement of the wrist. That is your X. All right, so we're going to move that side to side. Then you got your pitch. It's moving that wrist up and down, negative, positive. All right, up and down. And this is all also dependent, these are also dependent on the rotational direction, or the orientation of each axis, whether it's up or down, left or right. And then the last one is going to be, which is your roll, your rotating of the wrist. So as you can see, it's rotating negative, positive, left to right. All right. And that's our basic starting point for reference of what it looks like in this joint mode. Almost kind of like to me, I kind of call it the base mode. The base movements. So we'll go into more depth next on different coordinates. All right, next I'm going to be talking about the jaw frame coordinate. So I'm going to go through some of the movements and explain it as I go along. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to be the X, and unlike the previous in the joint, the X was your base rotation. Here in jaw frame, if you press X, you're going to get an extension of the arm. Okay? All right. Next, in the Y, that's going to be your base rotation. Also, when your base rotates, you can notice the wrist also rotates so that the end effector stays along a linear path in reference to the origin. Okay? Now moving on to Z, that is going to raise your arm, and the negative, raise or lower your arm, and a negative, a positive movement. But the pitch moves also, so in order to keep that end effector parallel to the surface, or parallel to your origin. Okay? Next, on your X, as your wrist moves side to side, or negative to positive, the pitch of the wrist also moves in order to keep the tool in a specific orientation around the origin. All these things are based off of an origin that has been set. Okay. Next, I'm going to go to the Y. And instead of just the wrist moving up and down, negative to positive, it now moves the wrist up and down, negative to positive, and the arm extend in and out to keep the end effector oriented in a specific position while moving around the origin. Again, everything here is based around that origin. And then the last movement in the jog frame is unlike in the joint, when you rotate, it only rotates the wrist. Here, motion here, the jog frame coordinate, the wrist and the arm rotates so that the end effector rotate around the origin in a specific way. So, negative or positive twist, just to keep that moving around that origin in a specific way. And that's jog frame.